When dawn broke over Umuaka, it carried the smell of something rotten. The goats refused to bleat, and even the cocks crowed half-heartedly, as if frightened of their own voices. It had been 2 weeks since Chief Duru sacrificed his loyal guard, Ikena, in the shrine. Since that night, strange things had begun to happen. At first, people thought it was a coincidence. A newborn goat was found dead beside its mother. 3 wells in the village turned black like palm oil. And when Mama Ngozi pounded yams, blood oozed from the mortar instead of white pulp. "Ah, what is this again?" she cried, dropping the pestle and fleeing to the compound gate. The elders gathered to pray, but the wind kept blowing out their lamps. They murmured among themselves that the gods were angry, yet no one dared to point at Chief Duru directly. His compound stood tall, with red-roofed huts, gold-painted drums, and guards patrolling even at night. Meanwhile, Nika the widow he had humiliated kept to herself. She watered her cassava quietly and spoke only to her chickens. But when the rain began to fall red like rust, she whispered, "It has started." Children screamed that night as the masquerades walked without drums. The tall one with cow horns stopped by Duru's gate and struck his staff 3 times. Dum, 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 then he vanished into smoke. Duru came out trembling. "Who dares disturb my rest?" he shouted. Only the echoes answered. By morning, 5 of his guards were missing, their footprints leading straight into the forest, the same forest where he had spilled Ikena's blood. By the 2nd week, fear had eaten deep into Umuaka like termites in old wood. People whispered at night, but never too loud, for they believed the air itself carried Chief Duru's spies. The chief, however, seemed unbothered. He sat in his courtyard, chewing cola and drinking palm wine, while the villagers' crops wilted under a sun that no longer showed mercy. But one morning, everything changed. A child named Obina ran into the square screaming, "Chief Duru's yams have turned to bones." The villagers gathered at once. Indeed, the chief's barns were split open, and inside, instead of tubers, were rows of dry, white bones, human bones. Some still had bracelets on their wrists. A foul wind blew through the yard, carrying the stench of death. The villagers trembled. "These are the remains of those who went missing," someone shouted. Chief Duru's wives fainted. His youngest wife, Ades, wailed uncontrollably. "The gods are punishing us," she cried. For the first time, Duru's proud voice cracked. No one should spread this nonsense. He barked, "It is witchcraft, nothing more." But Umuaka was no longer afraid of him. The people began to talk openly this time. He took from the poor and fed